We're here today with Sandra Ray. She's the creator of the Loving Relationships training. And I understand that you have a new training called the Miracle Consciousness training. So can you tell us a little bit of the background of the LRT and how the Miracle Consciousness is a little different than that?
Oh, thank you. First of all, I want to say Merry Christmas. Today is Christmas, and it's the day that we're thinking about spiritual things. So I like talking about this, and I'm excited. And what I want you to know is we're going to Vegas to teach this training.
The Miracle Consciousness.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I wanted to say that Babaji inspired me to do this training. In fact, he told me this must be done. It's not a question of can I do it or will I do it. This must be done.
Mm-hmm.
So people need miracles and they don't know how to get them. So of course this training is about how to get miracles, and we start out by having everybody write down the main miracle they want.
Mm-hmm.
And if they know how to create one miracle, then they can learn how to create many miracles. So we teach them how to create miracles. There is a formula, and this formula can be learned. And then we teach people how to relate to the spiritual masters to help you have miracles. How to relate to Babaji, how to relate to Jesus, how to relate to the Divine Mother, Amaji, and how to get them to help you with your miracles that you need. And this whole training puts you in a new frequency. It's a very high vibration. This is why it's one of my favorite trainings. You know, I love the LRT, the Loving Relationships training. I love doing it. But this training for me is deeper spiritually, so I love it even more, and I'm so excited to do it. It makes me so happy.
For those of you out there who aren't familiar with the Loving Relationships training, can you just tell us a little bit about that?
Oh, the Loving Relationships training is everything you need to know about relationships, and it saves you decades of time. And we talk about how to clear the old paradigm that your parents had, and then we talk about what is the new paradigm, and it's very exciting. And I never get tired of doing it because relationships are so interesting. So we help people get the relationship they want and how to have a conflict-free relationship.
So when people get really clear on their relationships, what's the next step? Would you say that that's the Miracle Consciousness?
I would say so, because once you are established in your peace, then you're ready for miracles, and then you can have the next level. So the next level is Miracle Consciousness. But first you have to get established in peace in your relationship. I mean, if your relationship is in chaos and conflict, how are you going to have miracles? It's not going to work. So obviously these things go together, and I'm happy to be presenting them together.
So when people have a conflict-free relationship, we talk a lot in the LRT about having a holy relationship. So would this be the kind of the medium for a miracle consciousness?
Oh, absolutely. Miracle Consciousness helps you have a holy relationship. It all goes together. And Miracle Consciousness is the level that we want to reach. It's another dimension. It's the dimension. In Miracle Consciousness, you have to go to the next dimension. The next dimension is where you become ageless, where you become peaceful, where you become free of conflict, where you're in total joy. And Miracle Consciousness helps you achieve all these goals.
Okay, so when you say miracle, that would be like a shift in your thinking, right? And we talk a lot in the LRT about your thoughts produce your results. Can you say a little bit about the mind and how your thoughts produce your result, and how the miracle begins with changing your mind?
Oh, absolutely. Obviously, everybody needs to know that thoughts create results. It's the basic teaching that we have in all seminars. And then there's a point where you need help from a higher power. And you have to have the right thoughts, and then the higher power comes in to help you. But if you have the wrong thoughts, the higher power can't come in to give you the miracle. So you have to have the right thoughts first, then the miracle can come in from the Holy Spirit.
And would you say the miracle is a change in your thought?
I would say that's the first step. The first step is a change in your thought. That's your part of the miracle. Then you have to align with the Holy Spirit or the masters to create the ultimate miracles.
Mm-hmm. Well, we had a couple in Bali who were having some trouble, and at one point she said, "Oh, I think it's impossible for our relationship to get better. It's hopeless." So we had to work with them and change their mind around their relationship. But would you say a miracle is something that defies the hopeless and gets you out of hopelessness and into something possible when you thought it was impossible?
I would say that's exactly what happened with that couple. She said, "It's hopeless, I give up." And in the next 10 minutes, she shifted because we helped her shift her consciousness. And she got into the possibility of a miracle. We saw it before our eyes, you know. So definitely it's possible, and it's possible to happen fast.
Okay. So can you describe what we're going to present on the 3 days of the Miracle Consciousness training?
Well, every single day we're going to have liberation breathing, which is a breathing technique that helps you release all blocks to miracles. We're going to do that every single day. So Friday night we are going to discuss what major blocks you might have, what thoughts that don't work, and get rid of those. And then we're going to breathe. And then Saturday we're going to talk about the masters, Babaji, and what Babaji's teachings are, and how to relate to him to have miracles, and so on. And then Sunday we're going to talk about the Divine Mother and why we need the Divine Mother in our life. And also we're going to talk about the Course in Miracles, which is what it's all about. And Marcus will be teaching that, and a lot of people have not studied the Course in Miracles. And the Course in Miracles is here to help us have miracles, but a lot of people aren't studying it. So we will be going over the highlights of that, and that will be very helpful for the people.
Who wrote the Course in Miracles?
Well, the Course in Miracles was downloaded from Jesus, and there was a woman in New York who was a psychotherapist, and she channeled it, and Jesus actually appeared to her. And it took her 6 years to download this information. So the Course in Miracles is from Jesus. Now, Jesus knows a lot about miracles. And also, we're going to talk about healing the body in this training. A lot of people have problems with their body, or illnesses, or fear of having the same diseases of their ancestors. And you can have a miracle healing in your body if you understand the Course in Miracles. Mm-hmm. So we're going to be explaining that also.
Well, it sounds kind of like a fun weekend. I mean, I know we talk about different clearing of people's thoughts and all that, so there is work to do, but we're also going to have some fun, right?
We always have fun when we get higher, and that's our goal, more fun per hour. And you can study enlightenment and be bored and serious, but you can also do it in a fun way, and that's our style. And our style is to have fun doing it.
And how would you say, wouldn't it be easier to do this work with other people and meet new people and be with like-minded people?
It's always better in a group because the group has energy, and you need more energy to lift your consciousness. So to have more people in the group, the more fun it is, and the more energy it is to lift your consciousness.
So I know it's going to be in late January in Las Vegas, but here we are listening to Jingle Bells here on Christmas Day.
And we're excited to come to
and
Vegas.
We hope we can maintain the Jingle Bell spirit and invite all you to the Miracle Consciousness training.
We'd love to have you.
Yeah. So Mike and Ali Orsi are producing it, and we hope you'll join us for a very good time and for new possibilities in your life.
Thank you.
Anything else to say, Sandra Ray?
No, I just want everybody to have more fun per hour. That's my goal. And you can have fun doing these trainings.
And recently we read about constant joy. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, most people can't stay in constant joy. They go back and forth into sorrow, or back and forth into anger, or back and forth into guilt. So our goal is to learn constant joy. That's the goal of all this. That's the goal of this training, by the way. Our goal of the miracle consciousness training is to learn how to stay in conscious joy. And joy is what brings the healing. Joy is what brings the results you want in your relationships. Joy is what brings the healing of your body. So obviously, constant joy is the goal.
Okay. Well, Boli Baba Ki Jai, and we hope to see you in Las Vegas.